Hello everybody. This is the first video of the off-season training program. I'm actually really excited to get started with this. So, before we get started with the actual training program, like the physical stuff, so there's a training and plyometrics, the whole shebang. The first thing we're gonna do is talk about mental training and talk about nutrition, talk about sleep, and those topics that people don't talk about at the beginning, but that are essential pieces to us getting better and to elevate as athletes and as a team, right? So we're going to be using two materials, right? Two books, actually. The first of these is called Mind Gym. It's called Mind Gym, an athlete's guide to inner excellence, written by Gary Mack with David K. Stevens, forward by Alex Rodriguez. And this book is amazing. So it will take you through sports psychology methods to improve your performance, how to deal with failure, how to deal with success, how to improve how you face your challenges in your sport, and how to keep improving, how to deal with visualizations, etc., etc., etc. They say it much better than I ever could, right? So this book has four parts. It has Welcome to the Inner Game, Living the Dream, Mindset for Success, In the Zone. Those four parts, we're going to do one a week during the next 4 weeks, okay? So, for those that are following my program with my athletes, we have 3 weeks of off season left, okay? And those 3 weeks, each week, we do a thing, so this should take you up to that fourth week where we start actual physical training. Now, this is not a one and done thing. I want you to use this book as reference. If you cannot buy the book, I put the links on the webpage. Please go to the I can send you PDFs, but only to my athletes. I cannot be distributing this book due to copyright reasons, obviously. Now, what is the second book we'll be using? This book is called Nutrition Your Way, right? Nutrition Your Way, okay? By Josh Bryant, Adam Benchea, and Stephen Decourt. I really recommend their selection of books by Josh Bryant. Great collection of called Jailhouse Strength. If you ever use their books, but in terms of nutrition, we're gonna read four of the chapters in the book. You can read the whole book if you have time, but I want you to get through calories, macros, food selection, and hydration. Those are 1, 2, 3, and 6. If you can, please read numbers 4, meal frequency, 5, nutrient timing, 7, diet breaks and refeeds, 8, supplements. And then the whole book, obviously, read the introduction before you start with number 1. So for our selection, we'll do 1, 2, 3, and 6. Okay. And these are going to be reading on the website as well. So we will have these two books. In addition, you're going to have a journal, right? So I think I have a notebook somewhere. So using your notebook, you will write a journal. In this journal, every week, well, every day, supposedly, you're going to be writing, talking about your food. So what are you eating? When are you eating it? Yeah. What are you eating? When are you eating it? Quantities, calories, types of food, anything you can think of, write it down. Okay. These next 3 weeks, I don't want any diet changes. We're gonna see where we are at. Okay. At the end of the week, I will ask you to send your notes to me. Pictures, notes. Okay. Then for the second for in terms of Mind Gym, every time you finish that week, I want reflections on what you're thinking about. Did you actually do this before? Have you tried visualizations before? Have they not worked? What does work? So I know where you're at with my performance and what I can help you with. Okay. Number that's one. Let's do number 3. Key sleep. Okay, people, we need to get our sleep unlocked before the semester comes. Okay, and this cannot change. We need to sacrifice stuff to get that sleep in. And I know things will happen. Midterms comes, finals comes, and sleep goes by the wayside sometimes. But most of the time, sleep has to be unlocked before it starts. So if you get wavered, you come back to it. Okay. So start thinking, start writing down how many hours you're sleeping, when you're going to bed, when you're waking up, how you're feeling. Number 1 to 10. I'm feeling really badly, write a 2. If you're feeling really good, write a 9. Okay. Uh, Reserve 1 and 10 for drastic moments. Okay. And then average those out during a week. Let me know how you're feeling sleep wise, food wise, recovery wise. And don't change anything this first 2 to 3 weeks. I want to know your baseline. What are we working with? Okay. So, what do we have? Reading the books. Yeah. Writing the journal. Now, you have one more assignment. For each of your throwing events, you're going to find a person that looks like you. What do I mean? Height, proportions. Okay, start looking at videos. Who looks like you technique wise? Who doesn't look like you? What do you like about this person? And send me those details. Okay, so at the end of the week, you're gonna write, "Hey, I really like, for example, me and the Hammer. I love how Primos Cosmos moves." Okay, don't just look at the Americans. Look at everybody. Okay, I love how Rudy Winkler moves. Okay, but what do you like about them? You like the wines. You like the entry. You like how he sits back. For the shot put, do you like if they lean forward? Are you a fan of that 80 style where they lean super forward and comes out? Okay, you're a fan of Brian Oldfield. Are you a fan of Joe Kovacs? Who are your people to look at? Okay, and that is the important key thing about visual development. Now, I will be putting resources in the other tabs about like technique and stuff, and you'll see who my favorite people are, but they do not have to become yours. Okay, look at people that are your height. Look at people that are, and obviously strength levels. They're way, most of them are way above us. So look at mostly their proportions. How do they move? Are they really speedy out the back? Can you replicate that? But be careful about adding too much speed too soon. So, sorry, getting distracted. You know how I can be at practice. So getting back. Okay, book, book, journal. Journal's gonna have components: food, sleep, mind, technique. Okay, and each week you're gonna send me pictures of those. Bop, send it to me. Or write it down if you're wanting to write it on Word and send it. Okay, if you're writing your stuff in notes, pretty cool, really easy. Don't make any changes in food or sleep these weeks. I want to see what you're up to. And that is all for the off season up here. Okay, and now we start getting stuff dialed so we can start really strong with those training programs, and we should have a great season, people. If you're not one of my athletes, I still hope you have a great one, and I hope this is helping. Have a good one, bye.